Have you ever stopped to think that maybe your body has these, well, ancient energy centers, these vital wheels that, if you align them, could unlock a really profound sense of well-being?
It's a fascinating idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something cultures have focused on for, gosh, centuries.
Like,
And, probably for good reason.
and what's really striking is how these old traditions, like spanning thousands of years,
Mhm.
give us this almost tangible map of our subtle energy system.
Right.
They directly link our inner feelings, our states to, well, physical reality.
Absolutely. So today we're doing a deep dive into this whole concept of chakras.
Okay.
Now, for those of you who are maybe already familiar, you'll know they're often described as wheels of energy.
Spinning wheels, yeah.
Yeah, spinning wheels right
Yeah.
along the spine, from the very bottom, the base, all the way up to the crown of the head.
Ah.
So our mission really for this deep dive is to uncover some specific, maybe actionable insights about each of the 7 main ones.
Right. Get into the nitty-gritty.
Exactly, and
Yes.
understand their significance, for our emotional health, our physical health. We're pulling from materials that explore what they mean, what affects them, and crucially, how we might balance them out.
Okay, so maybe let's start with the basics then. Ground ourselves a bit.
Good idea.
The word chakra itself, it comes from Sanskrit. And it translates quite beautifully, actually, to wheel, or sometimes disc.
Wheel or disc, okay.
Yeah. So picture these like vibrant spinning vortexes of energy. They run along the central channel of the body. And as you said, there are 7 main ones we usually talk about. The root, the sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and the crown chakra.
And what really jumps out from the start looking at this is it's not just that they exist, right? It's about the flow.
The flow of energy, yeah. That's key.
We found this consistent theme that, well, when any of these chakras get blocked, that vital energy just can't move the way it's supposed to.
Right, it gets stuck.
And that can show up as, emotional stuff, turbulence, or even actual physical discomfort. It really highlights how connected everything is in our bodies.
It really does. And if you think about the bigger picture, keeping this energy flowing, it isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's really about allowing your whole system, your body, your mind, to work the way it's, well, designed to work.
Which naturally leads to the question.
What causes the blockages? Exactly.
Yeah.
And our sources point to things that are honestly pretty common in modern life.
Okay, like what?
Things like chronic stress, those pervasive negative thought patterns we can get stuck in, an imbalanced diet, even just not moving enough, lack of physical exercise.
Wow, so it really ties into our daily habits.
Deeply.
Yeah.
How we live day to day seem to have a direct impact on these subtle energy centers.
Okay, but here's the upside, right? The good news.
There is good news, yes.
By consciously making even maybe a few specific changes,
Targeted changes, yeah.
you potentially have the power to, as the source puts it, unlock your chakra.
I like that phrasing.
Yeah. And experience a real noticeable shift in your overall well-being. It feels empowering. Like we can take action.
It is. And understanding each chakra individually is really the first step on that path.
So where do we begin?
Let's start at the foundation. Makes sense, right?
The very beginning. Okay, kicking us off right at the base, we have the first chakra. It's called the root chakra, or Muladhara in Sanskrit.
Muladhara, root support.
Exactly, root support. And it really represents that fundamental sense of, well, foundation, feeling grounded, feeling secure in the world.
And its location reflects that.
Right. It's nestled right at the base of the spine, down in the tailbone area.
So it probably won't surprise you then that this energy center is really closely tied to our survival issues.
Okay. Like basic needs.
Yeah, think financial stability, feeling safe, having enough food, shelter, those core things.
Got it. And the color.
The color associated with the root chakra is this really vibrant red, symbolizing, strength, vitality, earth energy.
Okay. And if it feels maybe out of balance, what can you do?
Well, the sources suggest some very literal grounding exercises, like stomping your bare feet on the earth.
Oh, interesting. Connecting directly.
Yeah, physically connecting. Also practices like Kundalini yoga and specific poses like bridge pose, which helps open up the lower spine area where it's located.
And food, is there a connection there?
There is, interestingly. The wisdom points towards red-colored foods, which match the color. So apples, beets.
Okay.
Also vegetables that grow on the ground, like carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, things that draw energy from the earth.
That makes sense. Roots for the root chakra.
Exactly. And even hot, warming spices like red cayenne peppers or Tabasco sauce, things that bring heat and energy. It's all about connecting to that grounding, earthy energy.
Okay, so moving up from the base, Where do we go next?
We move up into the lower abdomen area. This brings us to the second chakra, the sacral chakra, or Svadhisthana.
Svadhisthana. What does that mean?
It loosely translates to one's own dwelling place, or sweetness.
Okay. And location?
It's in the lower abdomen, roughly 2 inches below your navel and sort of 2 inches inward.
Okay. And what's its focus? If the root was survival, what's the sacral about?
This one is really the hub for our creativity, our ability to feel pleasure, our sexuality, and also our ability to kind of gracefully handle change, accept new experiences, and connect with others in that fluid way.
So its vitality is tied into feeling abundant, pleasure, joy?
Yes, exactly. Our sense of overall well-being, our capacity for pleasure, engaging with life's joys, and conversely, maybe a lack of stimulating activities or feeling emotionally stuck can affect it.
And the color for this one?
The color here is a warm, vibrant orange.
Orange, okay. And exercises?
To get its energy flowing, the sources mention more dynamic, fluid movements, things like pelvic thrusts or the Cobra Yoga pose, which has that nice fluid spinal movement.
Right. And food-wise, sticking with the color theme.
Often, yes. Think vibrant orange-colored foods. Oranges, obviously, tangerines, mangoes, carrots again, perhaps.
Okay.
And also nuts are mentioned, which kind of symbolize that stored potential fertility growth.
Interesting. Okay, so from sacral, we move up again.
Yes, up toward the stomach area. This brings us to the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra. The Sanskrit name is Manipura.
Manipura. What's the translation there?
City of Jewels.
Ooh, I like that. City of Jewels and its location.
Upper abdomen, right in the stomach area. Kind of where you feel butterflies, maybe.
Okay. And its core theme, if root is survival, sacral is creativity, pleasure.
Solar plexus is all about your personal power.
Power, okay.
Yeah, your confidence, feeling like you're in control of your own life, your sense of self.
So if this one's out of balance, that's where maybe self-doubt creeps in.
Exactly. It can directly impact your self-worth, your self-confidence, self-esteem. And interestingly, it can also show up physically, maybe as low immunity or even weakness in your core muscles, that physical center.
It makes sense. Color?
A bright, radiant yellow, like the sun, fitting for the solar plexus.
Yellow, okay. And ways to balance it. Exercises.
The sources highlight empowering movements, like the Kundalini Yoga boat pose, that really strengthens the core.
Right. Engages those muscles.
Yes. And even just the simple joy of dancing, which embodies that self-expression, confidence, and being in control of your movement.
I like that. Dancing for the solar plexus. What about foods?
Yellow color foods, again following the theme, like corn.
Okay.
Also grains and fiber are mentioned. Think granola, whole wheat bread, things that provide sustained energy, and comforting teas like peppermint or chamomile, which can soothe the digestive system, that whole stomach area.
Okay, so that covers the lower three. Root, sacral, solar plexus. Where does that bring us?
That brings us right into the center of the chest, to the very core of our being, really, the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, Anahata.
Anahata. That sounds gentle.
It is. It beautifully means something like unhurt, unstruck, or uninjured.
Wow. And location, center of the chest, just above the physical heart.
Exactly. And its function is probably what you'd guess. It's the seat of our ability to love.
Love and connection.
Yes. Connection to self, connection to others, compassion, empathy.
So what affects this one? Is it just about love?
Well, it's profoundly affected by our capacity for love, yes, but also joy, inner peace. But also the flip side. Things like anger, resentment, unresolved grief can really weigh heavily on the heart chakra.
The color.
The color is a vibrant, calming green, like nature, renewal.
Green. Okay. And healing exercises here. Is it just about feeling love?
Well, according to the wisdom we looked at, perhaps the most potent exercise for the heart chakra is the profound act of just opening our hearts, opening up to others, consciously choosing to extend love and compassion.
That's powerful. Any physical practices?
Bikram yoga is mentioned, perhaps because of the focus on opening the chest and the warmth involved.
Okay. And foods for the heart. Green foods.
You guessed it. Green-colored foods are recommended. Leafy vegetables, spinach, broccoli, kale.
All the healthy stuff.
Pretty much. And also the ritual of drinking green tea is suggested, which resonates with that calming green energy.
Okay, moving up from the heart.
We come up into the throat area.
Yes.
This is the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, or Vishuddha.
Vishuddha, meaning?
It means pure or purification.
Apt for the throat, the voice. Location is obviously the throat.
Yes, resides right there in the throat. And it's the vital channel, as you hinted, for our ability to communicate.
Speaking our truth.
Exactly. Communicating clearly, expressing ourselves authentically, speaking our truth.
So what impacts this one? Holding back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Its vitality is really intertwined with how we communicate, our capacity for self-expression, especially of our feelings,
Right.
and our willingness to speak truthfully. So conversely, yeah, holding on to secrets, feeling unable to express yourself, that can create blockages here.
Power for the throat chakra.
A clear, tranquil blue, like the sky.
Blue. Okay. And balancing practices. Singing.
Singing is definitely one. Chanting, even just speaking consciously, and the powerful act of standing up for others, and maybe especially standing up for yourself, speaking your needs.
Finding your voice.
Yes. In yoga, the shoulder stand pose is often considered beneficial for opening up this throat area.
And nourishment. What helps the throat?
Hydrating options seem key here. Our sources recommend things like juices and teas.
Makes sense for vocal cords.
Yeah, and also all types of fruits are mentioned, perhaps for their natural sweetness and hydrating properties.
Okay, nearly at the top now. What's next after the throat?
Just above that, nestled right on the forehead, between the eyes,
The famous one?
the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra.
Ajna.
Ajna, what's the meaning there?
It translates to command or perceive.
Interesting, command center for perception.
Exactly. This chakra is intrinsically linked to our intuition, our imagination, our ability to see the bigger picture, essentially our inner wisdom.
So it's about insight.
Very much so. It's connected to our intuitive hits, our vivid imagination, our overall wisdom. It affects how clearly we think, how we make decisions. And if it's blocked, feeling lost.
Yeah, feeling lost, lacking insight, maybe struggling with decisions, that can be related to an imbalance here.
Color for the third eye.
A deep, mystical indigo.
Indigo. Okay. Healing exercises, meditation.
Meditation certainly helps quiet the mind to hear intuition. Also, calming yoga practices like child's pose or other forward bends where the forehead rests down.
Stimulating that point.
Possibly. Eye exercises are also mentioned, perhaps to sharpen focus, both inner and outer. And even herbal oil treatments apply to the forehead area.
What about foods? Anything for intuition?
The sources mention purple-colored fruits like grapes and blueberries, aligning with the indigo-violet spectrum.
Okay.
Interestingly, chocolate is also mentioned, perhaps for its mood-lifting and slightly stimulating properties.
I won't argue with chocolate.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And also the soothing scent and flavor of lavender, maybe in spices or tea.
Okay, that brings us to the final one, the very top.
The pinnacle, yes. At the very top of our head sits the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, Sahasrara.
Sahasrara. That sounds complex.
It means thousand-petaled, often depicted as a lotus with 1,000 petals opening upwards.
Wow. And this represents?
This represents our ultimate connection. Connection to spirituality, to higher consciousness, to pure bliss, enlightenment.
So this is about our connection to something bigger than ourselves.
Exactly. It affects our perception of both inner and outer beauty, that sense of unity, connection to the divine, however you perceive that, and experiencing pure joy.
What blocks it? Fear.
Fear is mentioned, yes.
Yeah.
And a sense of disconnection from self, from others, from spirit.
Its color must be special.
It's typically represented as violet, or sometimes a bright, pure white.
Violet or white. And healing approaches here. Is there a specific food?
Interestingly, this is the one chakra that our sources say doesn't particularly benefit from specific healing foods.
Oh.
Instead, the wisdom suggests it thrives more on, well, purity. Breathing clean, fresh air, basking in natural sunshine.
More ethereal influences.
Exactly. And healing exercises lean towards expansive practices. Things like running or other cardio that gets energy moving upwards. And of course, meditation is key here for quieting the mind and opening up to that connection.
Okay, wow. So we've journeyed through all 7, from the grounded root right up to the connected crown. We've mapped their locations, colors, influences.
Yeah, what they represent, what affects them, even specific foods and exercises.
So the big question becomes, how do we actually use this? How do we apply this ancient wisdom in our, busy modern lives?
Yeah, it's always the challenge, isn't it? Taking the knowledge and making it practical.
And our sources actually introduced one, quite intriguing approach from Armin Gregorian, the founder of a company called Unlock Your Chakra.
Ah, right. He focuses on creating tangible tools, doesn't he?
Exactly. Tools to support this balancing act.
It's an interesting idea that intentionally crafted items can serve as like a constant physical reminder.
Right. Taking it from abstract knowledge into something you interact with daily.
And his motivation, according to what we found, was really to design and create beautiful bracelets.
Made with intention.
Yes, made with love and care, using the best materials of gemstones. And it mentions they're all designed, developed, and made by hand in Los Angeles, California.
With that specific intention of compassion and love.
Which ties back nicely to the heart chakra, actually.
It does. And central to this are the chakra bracelets themselves. What's the idea behind those specifically?
Well, they're designed quite literally to help balance the 7 chakras.
How do they do that?
Typically, they'll have 7 different stones or maybe charms, each in a different color or design.
One for each chakra.
Exactly. Each component is chosen to represent one of the 7 chakras we've just discussed. The philosophy is that they're crafted for healing the mind, body, and soul.
So it's like wearing a reminder or maybe a gentle, energetic nudge throughout the day.
That seems to be the idea. A constant, subtle support for alignment.
And it looks like this whole approach isn't just limited to chakra bracelets.
No, it seems broader. The sources also mention other related products, things like specific healing crystal bracelets or anxiety bracelets.
Okay.
Even diffuser bracelets where you can add essential oils and the essential oils themselves. It's all aligned with that broader theme of promoting overall well-being.
Providing different tools for different needs, maybe.
Yeah, a kind of holistic toolkit approach.
Okay, so wrapping things up a bit, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've explored this fascinating concept of chakras.
Right, from their Sanskrit roots as wheels of energy.
To their specific spots along the spine, and how each one connects to different parts of our lives, emotionally, physically.
We looked at how blockages can happen, stress, diet, thoughts.
And how specific things like colors, certain foods, particular exercises seem to be intimately linked with keeping each chakra balanced and flowing.
This journey through the 7 chakras, it really does highlight how these ancient traditions offer this incredibly profound, holistic way of looking at health.
Yeah, a framework for understanding that mind-body-spirit connection that still feels so relevant today.
It's a powerful lens for viewing the interconnectedness of our whole inner world, really.
Definitely. So as we finish this deep dive, maybe here's a thought to leave you with. Given everything we've talked about, these incredible energy centers, what simple daily change, maybe just one small thing, might you explore, you, the listener? What could you try to help align your own wheels of energy and maybe foster a bit more of that deep, profound well-being in your life?